As Sandy said, brand new weather map. Isn't that lovely? There's Canada, the United States, part of the Arctic, and even a little bit of Mexico, and oceans and all sorts of things in all the right colors. I think that the most important thing, though, is the high pressure system that's over us right now. We'll talk about that in a second or so. As we take a quick check across the country, and on the west coast it's fairly nice. There's some warm air coming up on the backside of this high pressure system, which is good, giving some fairly good temperatures to the west of us, and it'll get a little bit warmer as the day progresses. Now, this is what is over us right now. 6 at Saskatoon, 7 at Regina, and it was cold there last night, by the way. It was down to around -9 at Broadview. We don't expect anything like that tonight, but it'll be the coldest night we've had here so far in the Red River Valley. 6 degrees right now in Winnipeg, 5 at Flin Flon and Lynn Lake, 3 degrees at Churchill, and 2 up at Baker Lake. Now, what we have is this high that's sitting right directly over us, and we're still in a northerly flow, pulling down that cool air. You may have noticed that north wind today, and if you didn't, you probably weren't outside. It's going to taper off a little bit tonight because this system is sliding down toward the southeast, and as it does that, we'll get into a more westerly wind, and then later on tomorrow probably, or the next day, we'll start to pick up some of that warm air because we'll be into a southerly or southwesterly flow, and that should warm things up. So there's better weather coming as the week progresses, which is some good news. But tonight, it's going to be a cold one. There is a frost warning for southern Manitoba, and the reason the warning is in southern Manitoba in this part, really the Red River Valley, is because everybody else pretty well has already had a killing frost. Even though the temperatures are going to be below freezing everywhere else, the frost warning is out here. We're just warning you that tonight is the night when you can forget about growing tomatoes anymore for at least this season. 3 degrees right now in Kenora. Some showers and even some snow flurries in northwestern Ontario and that northerly flow. A lot of lakes there, a lot of moisture to pick up, and some of those temperatures allowed the moisture to come down in the form of snow flurries. Red Lake had about a centimeter or so, something like that this afternoon. As we get further toward the east, 17 degrees in Windsor, 13 in Toronto, 12 at Ottawa, 13 in Montreal, 14 in Haligonia, or Halifax as some of you may refer to it as, and the hot spot in Canada, St. John's, Newfoundland, where it was 21 degrees. Not bad at all. Let's have a look at the satellite photograph now, shall we? And there you see a little blob of cloud passing over us, and that is pretty well out of the way. We're getting into clear skies, that big high settling over us. That's what's going to help to make things a little on the chilly side tonight, but a little bit of cloud, as you can see, in northwestern Ontario right now, and that'll slowly clear off as well. Forecast then for the north looks like this. Sunny, winds out of the south at 30. That's going to help heat things up just a trifle. Low tonight of about 5. Obviously a frost warning there as well, but we're not giving the warning because you already know what frost is all about this year. You've already had a few degrees of those already. High of 5 to 10 tomorrow. A little bit warmer here than perhaps in the south as it kind of warms things up with that south wind. Sunny and even warmer on Wednesday. In northwestern Ontario, mainly sunny, a low of -2 tonight. There's going to be frost obviously in that area too. Highs of 7 to 9. Sunny on Wednesday, slowly starting to warm up. 10, probably Thursday will be the warmest day you'll have after a couple of days of fairly chilly temperatures. And in southern Manitoba, well, it looks not bad. Sunny tomorrow. A low tonight though of -3. There is a frost warning for this area for tonight. We'll get -3 almost certainly, maybe even a little bit below that. High of about 10, sunny and warmer on Wednesday. We're looking for about 12, and likely Thursday we'll be up at around maybe 14, 16 degrees, which is back to normal once again. But anyway, cover your tomatoes and your kumquats and things like that if you're in the Red River Valley tonight, because it's going to be pretty chilly and the cover might not even help. Better yet, get them inside. Winter is a-coming. And that's the weather.
I seriously doubt, Murray, whether a lot of people in Manitoba even grow kumquats.
I'm not sure whether they do or not, but whatever you're growing, probably you can forget about it for the next 6 months, because the growing season does end tonight by the looks of things for just about everybody.
Speaking of growing, coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to talk about the decline of the family farm in Manitoba.